Hello friends, welcome to Turning Pages. My name is Aruj and happy holidays! Today we are doing a tier ranking video of all the books that I have read in the year 2023. Let's wrap up the year together, shall we? It's the year end. Can you believe it? It's just August to me. Recently, there has been a lot of buzz about end of the year videos. We have the best books of the year, we have the worst books of the year, we have the most surprising books of the year, we have the most disappointing books of the year, and so on and so on and so forth. So I thought, how about we bring back the old favorite tier ranking system and let's see how my year went in 2023. I hope you have a cup of tea with you. Honestly, mentally, I'm still in August. I have no idea how is today 28th of September, 28th of December. It's not September, it's December. But let's see what categories we have for my tier ranking system. Let's go. So we are going to look at some of the categories now. Okay. The first one is I wish I could give 6 out of 5 stars. Don't we all? Second one is gives a good dopamine hit. These are the books that I give 4 or 4.5 stars. We'll see. The third one is, well, that was meh. The fourth one is, I can't believe I read that. And if I could unread it, I would. And the last one is, I'm sorry, Tree, but you deserve better. According to Goodreads, I have around 79 books read out of my goal of 80 books. But when I got all of these images, somehow they're not 79 books, they're 78 books. I have no idea what the one book is that Goodreads is not showing, but here it is. That's all of the 78 books. So let's start tier ranking. Okay. So we start with Blood Debts. This is a debut novel. I think I'm gonna go with gives a good dopamine hit because I really enjoyed it, and it's really good and I cannot wait for the second part. So it really did give me a good dopamine hit. The next one is Stephen King Fairy Tale. This book put me in a reading slump, so if I could unread it, I would. Here's a surprising one, Netherland Bone. Everyone else loved this book. Everyone else loved T. Kingfisher. I didn't. I really didn't. I'm sorry. I'm gonna put it into, I can't believe I read it. It was, It was okay. Let's look at some of the graphic novels. Wing Reaper. I love this book. This is so cute. It gives the right dopamine. And let's go for Ursula K. Le Guin, A Wizard of Earthsea. I read the first part only, and I think I understand why this book is such a big deal, but it was alright. So I'm gonna give it here. It was meh. Yeah, not bad. It was okay. Let's see. Cruel Prince. I really liked it. I know some people just don't, but you know, the girls that get it. So I liked it. Dopamine hit. Next, we have Witchlings. That's funny. Where do I put you? Okay, the thing with these books are that I'm not just putting them according to how I ranked them then at the time of when I read them, but I'm going to be ranking them as how I feel about them now. So after a whole year, it's the end of the year, and that's how I remember them as, not as when I read them. So we're going to put the Witchlings, and I'll give it a good dopamine hit. It was a good dopamine hit. Taylor Jenkins Reads. We have our very first, I wish I could give it a 6 out of 5 stars. It was amazing. Next, we have Along with You in the Ether. I hated this book. I hated it with all the passion. I'm sorry if I could burn a book, I would. I hated this one. Animal Farm, I appreciate what it tried to do. It's a very short book and it has a very powerful message, but I wouldn't call it a dopamine hit. So let's just put it in meh. Gaiman. Oh, this was so wholesome. This was so wholesome. Definitely gives a good dopamine hit. Bookshop and Bone Dust. It was good. In fact, I liked it a little bit more than the first one. So this one is great. Days at Murasaki Day Shop. I really liked it. It was so cozy and wholesome and hearty and beautiful. My Nemesis. I'm sorry. This, I don't get it. No, I would definitely recycle it. That's what I would do. Recycle it. Okay, next we have 3 volumes. I read 3 volumes of My Roommate is a Cat. And it was so cute. It was so cute. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm going to rank all 3 of these books as 1 because of lack of space. So I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 5 stars if I can. Cat Who Taught Zen. I was so disappointed by this one. So disappointed. And a popular book is Mark Lawrence's The Book That Wouldn't Burn. It was okay. I'm curious to find, I think it was, I don't remember, is it a series or is it a standalone? I think it was a standalone. It was okay. Untethered Sky by Fonda Lee. I don't get it. It's a short story, but why? Makes no sense. Okay, The Book Thief. Now, this is a very beloved book, and I read it. I don't like it, so I'm gonna put it here. Wayward. So one something. It won a good read award. It was okay. I appreciate what it was trying to do, but it was just okay. Next, we have Hungry Ghost. This was a really good one. This is not about ghosts. This is actually about an eating disorder. This is a graphic novel, and this is amazing. Next, we have Forever Interrupted by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I was on a Taylor Jenkins Reid kick this year. I read so much Taylor Jenkins Reid, and this one, I wish I hadn't read it. Then, What You Are Looking For is in the Library. This was so wholesome. A must read. I'm very happy I read it, but I will give it 4 stars. 4.25 stars. Okay, then we have The Cloisters. The thing is, for The Cloister, this is a dark academia book. It's a debut book, so I understand that it's not the best for the author, but I couldn't forget it throughout the year. I still remembered it and I wanted to talk about it. And so technically I would have put it in, well, that was meh category, but I think I'm gonna give it on gives a good dopamine hit. Witch Hat Atelier gives a good dopamine hit. It was so cute. I only read the first volume, but really cute. One for My Enemy. I have such a love-hate relation with this book. The first half of this book is just amazing, and then I don't know what happened. I'll put it here. This is so much potential. I am so sad it went there, but it did. On the other hand, we have Masters of Death, and that's a 6 out of 5 stars. It's amazing. Malibu Rising, good dopamine hit. Chili, I'm gonna put it in a meh category. Now that just goes to show that an author has all kinds of range. There are sometimes you put them here, sometimes you put them here. So sometimes you like them, sometimes you don't. That happens. Similarly, maybe in another life, it was okay. Nothing special. Next, we are going for Spice Road. This was so bad. This was so bad. I'm sorry. I know this is a debut author, but I'm really sorry. I think this was trying to do what The Stardust Thief. That was amazing what that book did. I think this tried to do something similar to that, but it just failed and not good. Not good at all. I wanted to throw away my phone after listening to this. Not good. A book that is really beloved by BookTok, BookTube, Bookstagram, and all that is Threads That Bind. And I thought it was just meh. Sorry, B. Then we have my first ever Sally Rooney book, Beautiful World, Where Are You? It was just okay. Then we have Shirley's Cleaning Center. And this one it had a really, really good premise, because the premise starts off with this person whose grandfather was an undertaker, and he starts, people who died, he gives them the final farewell. And it was such a good premise, but it was just not well executed. So it was a translated fiction, and it could have been so much better. So I can't believe I read that. Then we have The Adventures of Amin al-Sarafi. I will give it a 6 out of 5 stars. It was amazing. I would go on a pirate ship with her. I love her. Okay, Door to Door Bookstore. This is a translated fiction. I like it, but I didn't love it. Yellow Face. I loved this book. This book made me laugh and cry and feel good and feel bad at the same time. So all of my emotions were on a plate, so I loved it. One of Us is Lying. This was my first ever, I think, suspense that I can remember, and it was brilliant. 6 out of 5 stars. Loved it. I read the sequel after it too. The 5th season, I think this is around 4.5 stars, but where do I put it? Do I give it a 6 stars, or was it a good dopamine hit? Oh, that's I want to put it somewhere in the middle. But I can't put it somewhere in the middle, can I? Where do I put it? I think I'll put it here. This feels more right to me. Okay. Then we have Zara. Zara was so fun. It was so fun. This is a very low stakes, nonsensical fantasy, but I really had a great time. I think I was in a slump, and that's when I read it, and I really, really enjoyed it. So objectively, I would put it in, that was meh, but I had just so much fun reading it, so I'm gonna put it here. I have The Atlas Paradox. Now, I loved The Atlas 6. The Atlas Paradox was nice, but not so nice. So I will put it in a good dopamine. Yeah, this is called The Way Back Home. This is a poetry collection. And I'm really sorry, but I just hated it. Starfell, this was so cute. So cute. A very good dopamine hit. Loved it. Haruki Murakami, The Strange Library. I loved the atmosphere of it. So I think I'm gonna put it here. But it gives you the right spooky, creepy, mysterious vibes. Loved it. The Swifts. This is a middle grade. Would I recommend it? Yes. Would I reread it? Maybe. maybe in a few years. Okay, I'm gonna put it here. Okay. Several people are typing. This was funny, but I will not give it more than 3.25 stars. So I'm gonna keep it here. The Rhythmatist. This is my first Brandon Sanderson book, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm gonna give it a good hit of dopamine. Then we have A Study in Drowning, the perfect book talk book, and I have a lot to say about this book. It was alright. It wasn't all that was marketed. It really did not pull through, and I don't get the hype. Night Owl. This was the cutest thing I have ever read. This is a little tiny owl who wants to be the night. He is so adorable. Love him. Song of Silver Flame Like Night. I absolutely love it. 6 out of 5 stars. Then we have The Premonition. 6 out of 5 stars. Amazing. A Silent Voice. I only read the first volume, and honestly, I'm not really motivated to start the next one. So I know it's about bullying and all that, but I really didn't get along with it. The subject matter is really important, but I think it was alright. Kill Your Darlings. I wish I could kill this book. It was bad. It was so bad. It was so repetitive. It's a debut author. I got it from NetGalley and never again. Orange. I only read the first volume and I really liked it. I am going to continue with this. So it gives a good dopamine hit. The Measure. I love this book. I don't know about other people. I buddy read it with my friend. I absolutely love this book. I'll give it around 4.25 stars. A Psalm for the Wild Build. This was my reread. I read it the first time and then I read it a second time. And the first time I couldn't get in. The second time I listened to the audiobook and I liked it and I continued with it. A Prayer for the Crown Shy. Where do I put you? This is hard. I wish I had more categories. I'll put it here. Yeah, I think I'll put it here. Both of you. The second part is for me better than the first one, so I'll put it here. I'll readjust if I need to, but I think for now we're good. We still haven't found the first part of Hunger Games. Where is it? Then we have a V.E. Schwab. Honestly, it was okay. It wasn't something special like it's supposed to be, in my opinion. Fourth Wing. Would I give it a 6 out of 5 stars? Not really. But was it a good dopamine hit? Absolutely. Absolutely. A girl giggled by reading this. This was so much fun. I really enjoyed it. The sequel, however, I have a lot to say on that, and maybe I will give a review about it, so wait for it. A Rover Story. This was a very early read and this was beautiful. Jasmine Verga. Beautiful. It's a middle grade. It's absolutely fantastic. In the Lives of Puppet, I cried after reading this book. This was so wholesome, so heartwarming, amazing. Ink, Blood, Sister, Scribe. I really liked it. It was really enjoyable. I'm Glad My Mom Died. Now, For me, honestly, I read it because of the hype. It was just so beloved, and honestly, I think Jeanette, while I watched her on Nickelodeon's, I think the writing is a bit too much like, oh, I made a lot of bad decisions, but look, none of them were my fault, and you know, it was the other people. And I get it that her mom was really, you know, she was abusive and she had a lot of control issues, and then she went into a lot of bad environments and all, but really, I don't see her taking accountability for her own actions, and I feel like she just wrote herself in a very naive way. Honestly, it wasn't even a meh. It had a lot of hype, and that's it. Then we have One True Love. I wish I could burn this one. I would. If I could, if I thought that should be allowed, I would burn this book. Finally, we have The Hunger Games. I think I'm gonna do the same thing that I did with My Roommate is a Cat. I'm gonna rank all of them together. So Mockingjay, Catching Fire, and The Hunger Games. This was the first time I ever read Hunger Games, by the way. I didn't watch the movie. I was not in the whole dystopian time when it was very popular, so this was the first time that I actually read it. And I loved it. It was so good. I think the ending, Suzanne Collins couldn't have done a better ending, so I really, really loved it. So I'm gonna rank all of them in the same category. Like, I wish I could give them a 6 out of 5 stars. And we have Island in the Puddle. I liked it, but I didn't love it. Then we have Our Missing Hearts. I understand what it was trying to say, but I would still say it was meh. One of Us is Next. This was fun. This was so much fun. The Last Tale of the Flower Bride, I really enjoyed it. I really, really did. The atmosphere, perfect. The writing, perfect. And finally, I read The Perks of Being a Wallflower. I would give it 10. That's the end of it. Look at that. How many books did I give a 6 out of 5 stars? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So out of a 78 books, not 79, but 78 books, 12 are 6 out of 5. And I can see majority of them give a good dopamine hit. I did had some meh, some bad books, but I wouldn't really say these are bad books, but I would say that they're just not for me, and I did not understood why they were so liked. So these were just not, they didn't give me anything. And these ones are just awful. These are just awful. So I would say not a bad reading year. I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. I'll take that as a win year of 2023. Are you surprised? I can't believe I read all of that books. Do you agree with my tier ranking? Do you disagree? Let me know down in the comments below if there is a book that you liked and you disagree. Let's talk about it. How was your year? Also, tell me your best books of 23 and your worst books of 2023. Also, how many books did you read? Let me know. Did you read 1 book, 5 books, 10 books, 20 books, 50 books, 120, 220, however many books that you read? Let me know down below. Let's put the 2023 year behind us and let's welcome the new year, 2024. I'm sending all of you the best of vibes, the best of wishes, and I hope you will have a wonderful 2024 reading year. We wish you a happy new year. And I hope that your next year would be even better than this one. And with that said, that's the end of this year. So, Turning Pages signing off. See you next year. Bye.